Well, what happened was I always loved laughter, and everybody, laughter is healing for the soul. So
Mm,
you can't even fake a smile without feeling better. So I've always enjoyed being a happy person. But when I watched television back in the day, Red Skelton and Mom's Mabley and Red
yeah.
Fox, people like that, I would take their jokes back to school and make the kids laugh. And I was not the class clown, but I was the happy guy to make. My job was to make everybody else happy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rise and Grind. I'm your host, Thurl Bailey. And today we have a true comedy legend in the house, George Wallace. Known for his infectious laughter and sharp wit, George has been a standout figure in the world of stand up comedy for decades. With a career that spans television, film, and live performances, he's not just a comedian. This man is a cultural icon. From his unforgettable appearances on shows like The Tonight Show to his successful comedy specials, George has a unique ability to connect with audiences through humor that resonates across generations. He shared the stage with the best in the business, and his storytelling captivates listeners with relatable insights and laughter. In this episode, we're going to explore George's journey in comedy, the challenges he faced along the way, and his perspective on life, success, and the art of making people laugh. So join us as we dive into the grind behind George Wallace's incredible career and discover what keeps him inspired and motivated. So, without further ado, welcome to the show, George Wallace.
Hello, everybody. Hello, it is George Wallace. I am here. I am so happy to the rise and grind. All I know is I don't have a job, so I'm not going to work today. I can tell you that right now. No work today for me.
Oh, has it ever been work though? I mean, if you love what you do, I know you get paid to work, but does it feel like work?
Let me tell you something. I wanted to be a comedian since 6 years old, and now I'm into my 50th year. And let me tell you something. I am the most blessed person, the most to be able to live your passion for 50 years, man. And sometimes I choke up and I thank God for what I do because basically, Thurl, all I do is lie. I just love to lie. I love to make up stuff.
I
It's
wanted to
good to
ask
lie.
you.
If you ain't lying, you ain't living. I'm telling you right now, you've got to lie to survive in this world. I don't care. Every Sunday morning, you preach a lie. That's the first thing he does. You walk up in the pulpit and say, I won't be long. You got to lie.
And they end up being real long, don't they?
Real long.
So I was going to ask you about your career spanned several decades, as you mentioned. What initially, I mean, you were what, 6 years old? What initially drew you to comedy? Were you always a funny kid?
Well, what happened was I always loved laughter. And everybody, laughter is healing for the soul. So
Mm,
you can't even fake a smile without feeling better. So I've always enjoyed being a happy person. But when I watched television back in the day, Red Skelton and Mom's Mabley and Red
yeah.
Fox, people like that, I would take their jokes back to school and make the kids laugh. And I was not the class clown, but I was the happy guy to make. My job was to make everybody else happy.
When was it, as you continued to get older and make people laugh, when was it that you discovered this is what I want to do? This is my
It
calling.
was at 6 years old. It was at
Well,
6 years old. That's what I want to do the rest of my life.
really?
Make people happy. Yes. Even in school, like I said, I want to be just like those comedians on TV. And that's what I'm going to do. And what a blessing to live your passion. And, I knew I had to go to school and get something to fall back on education wise. My first degree was in transportation. A lot of people don't even know what that is. Transportation happens to be the number one industry in the world. People fail to realize the shirt on your back, the chair you're sitting in, the lights in the room, how it came to you through some way,
Yeah.
through some form of transportation. So I love transportation. I love traveling. To this day, in the last 6 months, I've been around the world. Um, but I wanted to get that transportation degree, and then I got a degree in marketing and advertising, uh, just to make a lot of money to get a financial cushion to to get into the showbiz arena. So I was vice president of the world's largest outdoor advertising agency. If you've been in New York City, everything at Times Square, all the 5,000 buses in New York City, the advertising, I sold that. I was vice president of that. I made a
Wow.
lot of money at a young age, but that was to get that financial cushion to enter the showbiz arena. And I've been I went on stage one night selling advertising to a comedy club in New York City called The Comic Strip. I went on Thursday night, and I've been working ever since then. And what a
Wow.
blessing, what a joy, just to be. All I do is lie. I just go up there and just start lying, like the weatherman. I'm kind of like the weatherman.
You know, I'm not sure you lie all the time because you tell some hard truths too that are that have to deal with life experience. I think that's why I enjoy listening to you so much, and why people connect with you is because you tell the truth, and you put it in a way that's like I look at myself like, wow, that's right, I've been through that. So how did you practice as a young kid? Did you bring the family around at home? Did you have your little private shows with relatives?
What I did was I would watch and observe things like even going to church. And
Yeah.
some people don't understand this today. Even going to church when I was a little boy, and the preacher would say things like, the doors of the church are open. And I would turn around and look to the back. And I said, Mom, those doors not open. I didn't even. And then the preacher would say something, and in the pulpit, and he'll do something stupid. I would come home and I would say, Mom, you know what the preacher said? The preacher would tell him a lie. And, and my mom would do things in church like the preacher would tell everybody to close your eyes and bow your head in prayer. And I said, oh, Mom, you may close one eye, but you're not going to close both eyes. And my mom used to say to me, close your eyes, boy. And I would say, how you know? How do you know? You close your own eyes. But I would observe and do things like, don't go to funerals. If you go to the funeral, I would mark, I'm
Wow.
looking at everything. No matter what you do or where you go, that is my job,
Yeah.
is to try to make a joke out of it and to make you happy and make it. I, to this day, like I'm writing a new joke right now. Most cities have these marathons, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm a little angry. When I'm president of the United States, no more marathons. On Sunday morning, you cannot block this whole city off. I can't get home because you want to run. Because you want to run. You want to run on the interstate. Go to the racetrack and go to the airport. You want to run. I'm sitting here in traffic. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I just got off the airplane and I can't get to my house. My house is across the street because you want to run. So I'm making jokes about everything that's going on in the world today. From that people work at Chick-fil-A. The second law I'm going to pass, if I'm ever president of these United States, Chick-fil-A will be open on Sunday. I don't care. You know how much money you can make on a Sunday? Even Jesus wants some chicken on a Sunday. So little things like that people are concerned about. I travel around the world. Travel is so important to me. When you travel, you learn other cultures and you just
Yeah.
learn how to be happy. And there are good people everywhere. They teach us in school America has it going on. America's number one. Other countries are living very well. Don't you let anybody fool you. Like I said, this past 6 months, I've been from Dubai to Shanghai, and there's some happy people, and
Yes, they are.
they're living in 2035. We're in 2026. They're living in 2036. They're ahead of us in some of these countries. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I did. I spent some time playing basketball over in Greece and Italy, and found the same way. And they're not in a hurry either, right? We want everything fast, and
Exactly. We
they
want
take
everything
their
back.
time. So let me ask you: you performed at some of the most prestigious venues. What was your experience like working at the Apollo Theater?
The
And
Apollo, oh my goodness, going to the
yeah,
Apollo, man, that's like, oh, I'm here. This is the place. The Apollo, everybody started at the Apollo. Oh my goodness, from Moms Mayberry to Sammy Davis Jr. to Uh, I wish I had started back in those days. You know who else started there? Judge Picnic Markham. A lot of people
mhm,
don't know about Judge Picnic Markham, but I bet you do. Uh, just so much happened at the Apollo. That's history for blackness.
yes. So comedy has its ups and downs like everything. Can you talk about maybe some of the biggest challenges that you faced building your career?
I'm going to tell you about a challenge that you would not suspect or even think of. The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. A lot of people don't know this, but I'm going to tell the truth. Johnny Carson was a racist. He never brought black entertainers over to the sofa. Oh,
Hmm.
of course, he brought over Bill Cosby and Sammy Davis Jr. They were the in crowd. But if you go back and look at your video, one of the greatest nights of laughter, Flip Wilson was on the Tonight Show and deserved to go over to the couch. Didn't
Right.
go. There's a comedian named George Wallace. Did a great job on the first Tonight Show. Didn't go.
Couldn't go to the
Only
couch.
people went over people that were involved with NBC, such as Eddie Murphy, Tonight Show. And I found out later uh, from Doc Severson's manager that he said he didn't think he had anything in common to talk about with people of color. Joe
Really?
White, was it Joe White or Joe Williams? He was a singer, black guy with silver hair, Johnny
Mm.
Carson's favorite singer. He was on the Tonight Show at least 20 times. Never brought him to the sofa to talk to
Never
him.
once.
Never once. The last night of the show, of the Tonight Show, or the last week, they said, bring him over. And Joe Williams or Joe White, whatever his name is, he was headed to the sofa. He tripped and fell. Never made it to the sofa. So this is one of the things that I had a problem with, and I talked about it on CBS not too long ago, on Sunday morning CBS. I didn't like that. I don't like racism because that held a lot of people back, and that's the great Johnny Carson. Of course, he had a grandchild, a kid of color. He denied disowned the grandkid and disowned his son too. So that's the toughest thing I had to deal with in comedy as far as racism. But otherwise, everything else has been fine. I find myself to be the most successful person in comedy or in show business. It's not how much money you make; it's how you enjoy your life while you're living. And I have a great life. Enough people know me to satisfy my little ego. I got enough money to do anything I want to do, go where I want to go. I love life. Life is just good. And it's course, and I started the same night with Jerry Seinfeld. A lot of people don't know this. Seinfeld and I have been friends. I'm the real George. I'm the roommate for 13 years. I'm
Mm.
the best man at Seinfeld's wedding.
Wow.
I'm the father of Seinfeld's kids. So people don't know this stuff, but now you know. And people like Seinfeld and our friend Anderson Cooper, we talk all the time. And they can't go to the bathroom. They can't go pee. There's a camera on them all the time. My life, not enough people interested in me to follow me everywhere I go. But I love life. I live in New York City. I live in Atlanta. I live in Los Angeles. I live in Las Vegas. Life is just good. So that's why there's a smile on my face.
Well, you mentioned a little bit that your humor often tackles social issues and personal experiences. How do you stay relevant? How you, and to connect with audiences and especially what kind of strategies do you employ to just keep your act refined?
You just continue to live and you can continue to listen. You continue to read and just observe what's happening in life on little things. It could be sports. We could talk about sports. And I know you played basketball. And Seinfeld said last night we were watching the Knicks and the Spurs. Seinfeld said, wouldn't it be nice if you just played basketball, the first team reach 100 and it's over? I said, that might be cool, but people want to see, it's 4 quarters. And because we think like that, stuff like that. Now, I'm thinking baseball. I'm thinking people they want to shorten the game of baseball. Some people say it's boring. Now, what I want to do, I have 4 rules I want to pass. Number one, to speed up the game. When we sing the national anthem, we just go, oh, and cut it right there. Don't need to sing that old damn song. Just cut it right there. Number 2 rule I want to pass is a 9-30, a 9 to 30 rule, thorough, 9 to 30. 9 innings or 2.5 hours, whichever comes first, that's the game. 7 o'clock the game starts, 9:30, you're going to be out of there. Whatever the score is, that's the score. Number 3, the 7th inning stretch. Move it down to 4.5, right in the middle of the game. And stop singing that song, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. You're already at the damn ball game. Okay? Number 4 rule we're going to pass to speed up the game is when a batter comes to the plate, if he hits a home run, why the hell should he have to run around all those damn bases to get back to where he just come from?
You got a point.
Little things like that. Then you get into politics, you get into food, you get into anything. You get into television, commercials. My job is to look at it, to watch it, observe, and try to come up with something funny.
You know, I've been to your show. I was at your show several times in Las Vegas, and I know you sharpen your craft, but you're so good at improvisational comedy.
Well, I love to have fun with people. When people,
Yeah. How do
especially
you adapt?
people come in late, you know you can have fun. And I will never embarrass anybody. If I talk to you, that means we're gonna have a good time. People pay my rent. I'm not crazy. I'm never gonna embarrass anybody. Even a blind lady came to my show one night and I chewed her ass out. I said to the blind lady, she came in late. I said, how the hell can you walk in here late? You got somebody to lead and guide you. And I said to the blind lady, look at all these other people here that got in time. Look at all these other people here that got here on time. So she was just pointing at me. It's pointing at me. I said, and you ain't that blind either because you're pointing straight at me. But we have fun with everybody. No matter, life is good. All you got to do is just listen to the news and have some fun. Yeah.
So everybody faces setbacks. You know, do you have a specific moment as you look at your career that's spanned over decades that?
Well, I just did a new TV show last year called Clean Slate. I wanted to reboot Sanford and Son, and I went to Norman Lear before he passed away, and he said, "No, that's my iconic show. We're not going to reboot it." I said, "You're rebooting everything else. Why not that?" We're good friends, so we talk like that. He said, "I just don't want to go." He said, "If you go back and if you come with some kind of twist, maybe we can do something." So I thought about it at the time. A few years back, Orange is the New Black was the #1 show in America, and Laverne Cox was starring in the show. I didn't know anything about her. I never watched the show. I just heard so much about her. And the thought in my head to create a new show was, oh, instead of Sanford and Son, what if I had a son that left my home down south, because we're kind of backwards down south, old black man down south that owns a car wash. My son goes to New York. I didn't hear from my son for 23 years. I get an email that says, Dad, I'm coming home tomorrow. And I tell the whole world that my son is coming home. I'm so proud. I haven't seen my son in 23 years. The next day, ding dong, I go to the door, and the most beautiful lady you've ever seen in your life. I said to the lady, I don't know what you're doing here. I don't know what you're selling, Avon, or maybe you're selling the Watchtower, but you got to go. My son is coming home. And she says, Dad, it's me.
Wow.
And I'm going, what the hell? My son has transgendered, and now my son is my daughter. And the story here is that I'm old and I got to become, I don't know what the hell's going on. And I said, well, come on in. We get to know each other. And she tells me about her life. And it was kind of hard to take. But the great thing is that I was educated as a character. I was educated as a man, as George Wallace, to learn how other people live. And that's what it's all about, more about living, loving and living. And how am I saying this right? Because I talk all the time. It's just good to let everybody be who they want to be and do what they want to do. As long as you're happy, I'm happy. Okay. But we got into the point where she told me about her transgender life, and then she told me she was she told me she was a vegetarian. That's when all hell broke loose. That's when all hell broke loose, when she told me she was a vegetarian. I could care less about the transgender stuff, but we eat meat up in here, Thero. So the show was about love. So that was kind of a setback. And it showed last year all 8 episodes. And then because of the climate of the country, what's going on in America today, kind of negative attitudes, the show didn't go. But we were promoting love more than anything else. Promote love and laughter. That's what we did. So that was kind of a setback. But I'm still laughing. I'm still promoting. I'm still all over the world. I'm on my way to Wisconsin. You ever been to Wisconsin?
Yes, I have.
There's some crazy people in Wisconsin. You ever watch the Green Bay Packers?
Yes, I have.
33 degrees below zero. They're sitting in the station with no shirt on and a piece of cheese on their head. Listen to me. I got to talk to these people. So I'm going to have some fun up in Milwaukee. I'm coming all over the country. That's what I like about going to each and different region. People say, where's your favorite place to work? It doesn't matter to me. Everybody loves to laugh.
We got to get you to Salt Lake.
You know what? I wrote a joke on Salt Lake one time. I said, I went to Salt Lake. It was so boring in Salt Lake City. You actually read that Bible in your hotel room. So I'm going to come to Salt Lake and have some fun. I've been there actually, and because guess what? People in Salt Lake like to laugh too.
That's right. That's right.
I'm gonna go
So
over
let
to
me.
the Mormon Tabernacle. I
Yep.
want to go up there and do some jokes. I'm gonna make me some real money. I'm gonna go to the Mormon Tabernacle. I'm gonna be like Joel Osteen. I always like to start with a funny story. So, and once you tell a joke, you got them.
Yes, you do. So, the industry I was in, obviously the sports industry, I played back in the 80s and 90s. Karl Malone, John Stockton, my teammates. The game has evolved, which a lot of things do. Is it the same in your industry, in the laughter industry?
Exactly. When I started, we had 3 television stations. They're on. You remember where, and the station would go off. You look at your producer. He doesn't know about this. He's so young. The television station used to go off at midnight.
Yep, that's right.
But now the game has evolved in sports, but just as it has in comedy. Now we started with 3 stations: ABC, CBS, and NBC. Now the young kids today, they don't need television. They make your own television. Social media is different today. You got some young kids making millions and millions of dollars, never been on TV. They made your own television, and they make it on the cell phone. Everything has evolved. You can do everything. I want to write a joke right now about this cell phone. Do you realize I'm talking to you? I'm on television right now on a cell phone. Look how times have changed. I can do anything. I think this is the greatest invention of all time, the cell phone. I used to think it was the airplane or whatever, but this cell phone, I can buy an airline ticket on this cell phone right now. I can pick my seat. I can buy groceries. If I want another thing, I'm in a hotel last night and show you how people say stupid stuff. I'm in a hotel last night. I ordered some food on the cell phone by DoorDash. My food comes to the hotel. The concierge calls me and says, Mr. Wallace, your food is here. Do you want us to send it up? Stupid stuff like that. I said, no, you keep it. Do you want us to send it up? all done on the cell phone. Isn't that amazing? You can order anything. You can have groceries. You can have.
Yep.
I just love this cell phone. The problem is I go to bed with my cell phone. You're not supposed to do that. It's not good. I cannot do. If you lose your cell phone for a day, you go crazy on you for an hour.
Yes. Yep.
Not you're already crazy, but if you lose, if you lose your phone, that makes
You
you
ain't lying.
really crazy.
You ain't lying. Plus, my wife trying to get a hold of me, and I can't find my phone, so she don't understand I lost the phone. It's like I didn't want to pick up.
Phone is crazy, but everything has evolved. Comedy has evolved, and life is just good. I'm for it too. Some of the older comedians they don't like because the young comedians are making advancements so quickly because of the media and the cell phone, and I just think it's great. I had it my way. I made a lot of money working in Las Vegas. I did it my way. They're doing it their way, and life is just good. Just keep on being happy, keep on working, and make everything come to fruition, and just keep a smile on your face.
We're going to take a little break right here, and we're going to be right back with a
I'm not
legendary.
taking no break. I don't have time to take no damn
I got to
break.
pay the bills, George. I got to pay the bills. We'll be right back with George Wallace.
We'll be right back.
Hey guys, time out. You give your best to your work, your family, and your responsibilities. But to keep showing up strong, you've got to stay dialed in. At Game Day Men's Health, the nation's leading men's clinic, they help you get back in the game with a custom game plan built around your labs, your goals, and your performance. Testosterone, peptides, real optimization. Come in today for a free testosterone test and consult. Tell them Big T sent you, and you get 50% off your first year membership. GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Victory starts within. Welcome back to Rise and Grind, everybody. This is just a fabulous time we're spending here with legendary comedian George Wallace. George, a lot of aspiring comedians out there. Give them some advice.
Make sure you enjoy your life. Make sure you be true to yourself. Just love what you do and don't let anybody. That's another stupid thing people say. If I can do it, anybody can do it. That is not true. You see your producer over there on the board and you got pressing buttons and things like that. I can't do that. On the other side, he can't do what I do. So it's all a lot, but make sure if you want to be a comedian, just make sure you're true to yourself. It's hard work, but don't worry about it. Just keep going until you meet your goals. And don't worry about being on top of the mountain. Don't worry about being on top of the mountain. Just make sure you're on the mountain. Everybody can't be on top of the mountain. Just make sure you're on the mountain. I've been on the mountain for 50 years. I've been to the top of the mountain. I looked over and I seen the promised land. Well, I saw Salt Lake City. It wasn't the promised land, but you know. But yes, to the young comedians, make sure you love what you do. When I started comedian, there were not 50 comedians in America when I started. Now there's 50 in every city. There's 50 in every city, and they're having fun and they're making money. You know why they're making money? Because the world needs laughter. You need laughter in your life, and we don't grow because we stop laughing. We don't stop laughing because we grow older, but we do grow older because we stop laughing. You've got to keep laughter in your life.
Powerful. So, what do you hope your legacy in comedy will be? How do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered
Generation.
just making people laugh, making people happy. When George Wallace walks into a room, it's all about laughter, happiness, and that's what I do. You should bring happiness. When you ever walk into a room, you ever people say, speaking of the devil, see, when I walk into a room, people want a smile on their face. That's what it's all about. I'm just blessed to be able to be in the laughter business. I even wrote a book. I wrote a book called Laugh It Off. No matter what you do.
Tell us about it.
Here it is. For some reason, I'm rereading my book. It's about laugh it off. No matter what you do, keep laughing in your life. Okay? It's forwarded by Jerry Seinfeld, a little idiot that I know. If you're going to have a friend, you might as well have the richest friend in the industry, right?
That's right.
This guy is so rich. I stayed at his house last night. I got up at 2 o'clock this morning. I went to pee. I came back. My bed was made and a chocolate on my pillow. That's too much money. But laugh it off no matter what happened. Sometimes worrying about a situation is worse than the situation itself. No matter what you do, at the end of the day, the bottom line is you should end up laughing. Even when you go to funerals these days, somebody's got to tell a joke. You got to laugh.
Still the best medicine, right?
The best medicine, and laughter is free medicine. That's why we encourage people to overdose on laughter. Keep it in the reach of children. And when you start laughing for more than 4 hours, then you call your doctor and give the doctor the prescription so the doctor can laugh with you. Laugh it off.
I seem to remember a connection. I came to one of your shows. You had a video of a young kid, and that young kid was Justin Bieber.
Well, I thought it was Justin Bieber. I lied. I found out it wasn't. I don't know who that kid was. I said, he was like, lift every voice and sing too. Doesn't matter who it is. Well, it was good to see the little kid on the stage. So I didn't know who it was. Somebody told me it was Justin Bieber. So
it sounded like him.
It did.
I thought it was.
And that was one of my favorite songs ever. Lift every voice and sing.
Yeah.
The national anthem created and written in Jacksonville, Florida, by the Johnson brothers.
Awesome. So let me ask you, a lot of comedians have certain rituals or practices they follow, like before going on the stage. Did you have any, or do you still have any specific rituals that you go through?
Not really, but then again, there's a friend of mine who passed away, Bishop G.E. Patterson, Church of God in Christ. I used to listen to his gospel music before I would go on every night. And for some reason, it pumped me up. And I love to listen to his music. And yes, I listened to it. That was my little prayer. Listen to some gospel music. It was just great, just great.
So you're still having fun at what you do. You're traveling the world. What's your favorite? I know you've got some favorite cities. Of course, New York, I know, is one of your favorite.
New York is my favorite city in the world is Shanghai.
Shanghai, why?
It was just so advanced. It's so modern. It's so ahead of us. I just like to see people doing better. And as one of the Asian ministers said over there, America's spending all their money, most of their money in military. He said, we're investing our money into people. As you know, 30 years ago in China, they were not doing so well. Now they've come and they passed us. They got bullet trains everywhere. They got cars that you can wave at the car and the car will come to you. It's so much, uh, I'm not even saying the right word right now, but they're so advanced and everything.
Yeah.
And I just
George,
love it.
does comedy always translate?
Everywhere. It doesn't matter where you
Really?
go. Yes, yes, yes.
Like
I was,
sometimes I know that sometimes a joke in England doesn't necessarily translate in other places. Not language wise, but I mean comedy wise. So it
comedy
does
wise.
translate.
Well, sometimes, it could be a regional joke. But you could say things like the elevator, they would say the lift,
Yeah.
so you do have to do a little research.
Okay.
But it is, when you do something funny, if you make a funny move, sometimes you don't have to have a word to make people laugh. It could be just a gesture on your face. But comedy transcends everywhere. It really does. Even with if you get on a train in China, if you get on a train in Italy, if you get on a train in Greece, in Athena, and you smile, people will respond with another smile. There you go. You're reciprocating with laughter. And you know how good it is in Greece. And I just left Athens also. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's fantastic in Greece. I've been out there so many years ago. It's just wonderful. Italy.
I loved it. I loved Greece. I had to get used to eating dinner so late.
That's true over there. And especially Greece and Spain. Dinner in Spain and Barcelona might be 11 o'clock at night. And kids are up drinking wine. Well, what do you call that stuff? Not wine, the sangria or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to get used to that, but it's beautiful. I love the world. I love America too. It's crazy here. We eat in the car. We eat in cars over here. We just drive up.
That's good too. So looking ahead, let's talk about your future goals, any exciting projects or collaborations that you're working on that you can share.
I'm working on a lot of things. Like I got a new TV show. Well, I'm doing a lot of voiceover, and I got some things I can't talk about, but I'm still busy. Every weekend I'm in a different city. Look out, Philadelphia. Look out, Jacksonville, Florida. Look out, I'm coming to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm coming everywhere, every city in America. What happened was when I went to Las Vegas, you saw me in Las Vegas. I went to Las Vegas for 30 days. I went to Las Vegas for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. All of a sudden, I was in Las Vegas for 15 years. And the great thing about it is that I own the show. I didn't work for the hotels.
Wow.
A lot of people think I own the show. I'm the only black man to go to Las Vegas to own a show. I own the show. I did all the marketing. I did all of the directing. I did the advertising. I had 26 employees. Every night we got a room with 750 seats. You got to put asses in the seats. I was doing everything. Like I said, I'm from the advertising world. So it was great. I loved every minute of it. And they're asking me to come back to Las Vegas, but it's harder now than it was back in 2004 up to 2019. It's difficult. Things have changed since COVID. And but life is still good.
So tell everybody, one, where they can get your book.
Oh, you can go online. You can go to, what's that man name making all that money? Amazon. Or you can go online to GeorgeWallace.com, George Wallace TV. Just Google George Wallace. Everything pops up. Google George Wallace. It'll all come up. My book, this book, also Bull Twit. I'm pretty big in the Twitter world before they changed the name of it. I wanted to say Bull, but it's Bull Twit. Not Bull, Bull Twit. So there's a book there too. But life is good, and we're going to continue telling these jokes. I'm trying to write a new joke on the word worsa.
Worsa?
It's thicker. Worsa is not a word. Just like ain't was not a word, but if you use it, it will come to fruition. Now ain't is in the dictionary. It ain't good. That ain't right. I want to get worse in there. Let me just ask you this question. I don't know how to write your joke yet, but you guys can help me and the listeners can help me. Let me just ask you this. You've been living in America the last 5 years, right? Are you better off now, or are you worse? It's got to be somewhere you can use the word worship. That is more. That is oh, that's even more worse. You know, it's worse. Worse
That's
is
worth
it, but it's
I'm
got
gonna
to
have to
be.
start using that.
It's got to be something worse than worse.
Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to write a joke. Whether it's funny or not, I'm gonna do it.
Oh, it's gonna be funny. There's no question about it.
And
George,
there's
you
many
are
ways you can come up with to use the word worse. I bet your producer right now is going, this job is worse than the last one I thought before.
Oh, George, thank you so much, man, for your time. This has just been delightful. Uh, you make so many people's days and weeks just with what you do, with how you dedicated your life to make people laugh. So thank you
Mr.
so much.
41, Mr. 41, let me tell you something. I want to thank you for having me on, and you need to know I love you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. But keep on making people happy and keep on doing what you do. I know you enjoy what you do because you're just like me. You don't do nothing. We just having, but
Just
isn't it
having
nice?
fun.
I mean, I don't do anything. We don't do anything, but we love what we do. And
Yes, we
everybody
do.
can't do it.
That's right. You're right. Thank you so much, George. I appreciate you. And thank everybody for joining us for this delightful episode of Rise and Grind with the incomparable George Wallace. From his journey in comedy to his insights on shared a powerful message about the importance pursuing your passion and joy in the grind.
Rise,
That's right. Rise
grind,
and grind,
give
baby.
Thurl the glory. Rise, grind, give Thurl
Uh,
the glory.
if
Rise,
you if
grind,
you enjoyed
give
this
Thurl the
conversation,
glory.
take a moment to like,
Soldiers,
subscribe, and share this episode
oh,
with friends and
oh,
family. Love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to leave a comment about what resonated
hallelujah.
most with you. Remember, in the hustle of life, it's important to find time to laugh and enjoy the ride. Keep rising and grinding, and we'll see you next time for more inspiring stories and insights from remarkable
Bye-bye.
guests like George Wallace.
Bye-bye.
George, you are the man. Thank you, my man.
God bless
Get
us.
you out.